Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School Taif, Saudi Arabia. Dear students, as you know that this is Pakistan International School Taif virtual class for class second year students, subject computer science, and today is our 43rd lecture. Teacher name Imran Ahmed. Dear students, as you know that we have already completed the chapter number 4, and the last question of chapter number 4 was lab activity was quadratic, about the quadratic equation. Today is our new topic, new chapters, chapter number 5, arrays and strings. First of all, we will explain the theoretical question in the long question answer. So whole chapter will be covered in the exercise. First long question is write the long answer of the following question. This is theoretical question. What is an array? The definition of array. Explain one-dimensional array in detail with one example. I will show you the example how to solve this question. Array. Definition of array is an array is a collection of same type of elements stored in contiguous memory location. Contiguous memory location means first element will store in the first position and the next element second position. I will show you the memory blocks over here, so you will understand the definition of array or by practically. Arrays elements are accessed through the index number which they occupy. How we can access the arrays element with the help of index number? Where is the index? I will show you. There are two major types of array. Number one dimensional array. Number two dimensional array. One dimension means when an array have the single dimension, the data will be stored in single dimension, either x-axis or either y-axis. So this one is called the one dimension. And two dimension array means when the data will be stored in a two dimension, multi-dimension, for example, x, y, both direction. You can say that in the mathematics, when you have attempt or solve the matrix question, the data is stored in the both direction. It is present in the x-axis as well as y-axis. One dimension array. Now we will explain the one dimension array. One dimension array is definition. So one dimension array definition is this one. I will explain. Data is stored in array is a collection of same type of element. One dimension array is yes, over here store. Definition of one dimension array is store single list of elements of similar data types. Means if the all the elements will be integer or elements will be floats, so this is called the one dimension array. Declaration in C++. How can we declare? I will show you the in the log type, variable name, and the size. It can be received as a pointer sized array or unsized array. So its size dimension is only one dimension array. Over here, how can you store the one dimensional arrays element? General form. How can we declare or how can we write one dimensional array? How can we use one dimensional array in our program? First of all, data type. This data type could be integer or float, not a character. Integer or float. Not a character means when I write the character over here, it will be string, not a array. So this data type could be integer or float. Name of array. Name of array, any name of variable name, and inside the square brackets array size. Inside the square brackets array size. Array size could be any number. For example, I am making an array of marks which having the size 12. This 12 means it will make 12 spaces in the computer memory. It will occupy 12 spaces in the computer memory, and its type is integer. Its data type is integer. So this one is called the declaration. How to declare an array, how to make an array. This one is the making of array. We will, if we will solve any kind of program, so we will use this kind of pattern. Next one is initialization of array. How to initialize an array element. The name of array is marks. So marks is over here, equal sign, inside or within braces, you can write any kind of data. Over here I write the, just for example, this could be all of these are integer. 45, 66, 39, 72 up to so on. These are the 12 elements I can assign. I cannot assign the 13 element. Why not 13? Because in computer memory we reserve only 12 blocks of the computer memory. So we can assign less than 12, but we cannot exceed more than 12 elements. So these are the 12 data of type integer. Watch here, all of these are integer. 45 is in integer, comma. After that, comma is present. So two values will be separated by with the help of comma. 45, 66, comma 39, comma 72 up to last value is 88. These are the 12 elements are here. Now, how these elements will be stored in the computer memory? How these elements will be stored in the computer memory? Memory representation of array. So first element is, watch here, this block is memory. Let's say this is the, these blocks are the memory, portion of a memory. First element I store or write 45. So 45 will be stored in the this position in the first location. 66 will be stored in the second location. 39, 72, 87, 50, 56, 63 up to so on. So last. But this one is the, this is called the index number. Keep in mind, array index is start from the 0. So when it is start from the 0, it means that last index number will be n minus 1. If the size of array is n, so its index should be n minus 1. Watch here, I told you it has a 12 elements. We make the array name marks and it having the 12 elements. Now its 12 elements means it will, if the start from the 0, then 1, 2, 3, so less than 12. So this one is called the index number. Now the example says the following program reads 5 integer and prints the biggest. It says in 5 integer, read 5 integers and display the biggest number from the array. Hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h, void main. Now watch here, we are going to make array of the 5 elements. Array of the 5 elements. Why? It says 5 integers, so this 5 integer means array of the 5 elements. K is the index number and maximum is showing the biggest number. So these are the variable, all of these are the variable. This one is called the array variable name, ARR. This is called the array variable name, and this size is 5 elements. Cout, enter number 1 on each line backslash n. 1 on each line means first of all we enter the number. Watch here, the output I will show you. This message which I write in the cout statement will show on the output screen. Now for k is equal to 0. Why I start the k is equal to 0? Watch here, the index number, it start from the 0 and it will end at the 4. It will end at the 4. Why it will end at the 4 if I start from the 0? Because if there are total 5 elements in the computer memory I want to store in the array variable, now what happened? So I will start from the 0 and watch here, k is less than 5, not equal to 5. K is less than 5. You can write over here 4 as well, but when you write the 4, so less than or equal to 4. And the next one is k plus plus. K plus plus means increment. If the first value of k is 0, second value should be 1, third value 2, up to so on. See in array of k. So k first value is 0. It means that it is asking to store the first value in the computer memory. When I will execute this statement, I assign the first value is, let's say, 33. Let's say I assign the first value is 33 of type integer. It will increase because it is present inside the loop. It will increase the value of k. Its value should be now 2. Now 2 is less than or equal to 4. Condition is 2. Sorry, 1. First value was 0. Now value is 1. K is less than or equal to 4. It means that 1 is less than or equal to 4. Condition becomes true. Now what happened? It will read the second value. Now it will increase the value of k. It means that now the value of k is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 4. So this process will be going on and on, depend on the loop, how many digits you want to read. If I want to read the 12 digits, I will write the 11 over here. If I want to read the 10 digits, I will write the 9 over here. So this is the last step of this. Now I enter the 5 integer elements. With the help of array, I enter the 5 elements. Now what to do? We are going to find the which one is the largest number which we have entered. According to this data, this one is the largest number. This one is the largest number. Now computer automatically select which one is the largest number. So this process is start. Max, which I use for max variable, I say initially its value is 0. Initially, it assign the value, first value in the memory which is stored array of 0 position. Array of 0 location is 38. Now the max having the value 38. I will start from the next position. K is equal to 1 because 0 value is assigned from the max. So k is equal to 1. K is less than 5. K plus plus. If array of k, if array of k, it means that array of 1 position is 45. 45 is greater than 38. Yes, condition is true. Then it will assign the array of k. It means that it is assigning the first value. Now maximum having the value, which one is 45. Control will be comes to transfer at the loop. Value will of k will be 2. 2 is less than 5. Array of 2 is 78. So 78 is greater than 45. Condition is true. Now maximum value having the 78. It will increase the next value. Next value will be 4. So 4 is also greater than 78. Yes, condition is true. Now the maximum value have the 78. When it will increase the next value, maximum value 345. 345 is greater than the 78. Yes, it is true. When the condition becomes true, this statement will be executed. So over here, it will assign the maximum value to the 345. K value will be increased in the loop. Its value will become 4 now. 4 is less than 5. Condition is true. 345 is greater than 80 is greater than, over here in this case 80 is greater than 345. Condition becomes false. So this statement will not be executed. When the value becomes increased 5, 5 is less than 5, condition becomes false. When this condition becomes false, control will be automatically transferred over here. See out, the biggest number is 345. So it will show me the 345. Any digits. Now, according to this program, if you assign any values, so it will display only the biggest value which you have entered. You can make this program. This is your assignment. Assignment is now this one. Example, the following program reads 5 integer and prints the biggest. Now I want to little bit change according to this program. This one is like this. The following program reads 5 integer and prints the smallest. This one you can find the smallest as well. Only little bit change in this program, you can make it easily. So this one was the one-dimensional array. Explain two-dimensional array in detail with one example. A two-dimensional array uses a single variable name to represent a collection of same type of data, same definition which we read in the one dimension. That is in the form of table or matrix. In the mathematics, when you perform any kind of matrix calculation, check it. There are data is present in the multi-direction, means at the x-axis row-wise and the y-axis column-wise also data is present. So that's is called the matrix in the mathematics. Over here, you can say that it is called the two-dimension array. Two-dimension array provide an easy way of handling data that is stored in the form of table. What is the general form? So general form of two-dimension array is like this one. Data type, name of array, square brackets, size of row, square brackets close, then again the square bracket, size of column. In the one dimension array, there was only a single dimension. Over here, in the two dimension array, we had the multi-dimension. Initialization, how can we initialize or how can we use int a is equal to, let's say, 3. It means that this 3 represent the rows and 4, this 4 represent the column. Now this matrix having the rows and the columns. 45, first value, how can then we will use the pair braces, again braces. So with the help of 45, 66, 39, 72, this is the first row element. Then we will use the second row element. So third row element, it is depending on the this position. How it will be stored in the computer memory, memory representation. Over here, as a computer memory is only one dimension, so that two-dimensional array is represented in the computer memory row by row or column by column. So two-dimensional array will also store in the computer memory row by row or the column by column. So first value will be stored on the 0, 0 position, second will be stored in the 0, 1 position, third up to so on. Example, program that is declares two-dimensional integer array of 3 rows and 4 columns, initialize with the data 30. Now they are giving us the data. This is the data we want to store in our two dimension. Now find the total of all values. It says first this value you should be stored in the two dimension array, and after storing to find the sum of the values. So we will calculate the sum of the values. How can we write this two dimension array? Include iostream.h, include conio.h, void main integer row. This one R variable represent the row, C variable I will use for the column. Total k is equal to k 3 and 4. This 3 and 4 means 3 rows and 4 column. But I will write 3 rows and 4 column like this one. This is the first row element. These are the second row element. These are the third row element. So there are 3 rows and 4 column means this first this is the first column elements integer total is equal to 0. This total initially I say there is nothing value, no value in the total. After calculating we will solve this one. So this one is the this is the incomplete program. So we will solve this program in our IDE. Start. Hash include iostream dot h hash include connew dot h void main. Now integer row and c means column. Next one variable was total and array. Let's say name of array is a double r, any name you can use. Three, there was 3 rows and how many columns were there? 4 columns. Initialization, how to initialize this one? Watch here. First I will enter the 4 element. Let's say now the although in the program they will give us the data, but over here it was written in the MS Word. You can use that data. I will give you any kind of data, integer data. So you can give any kind of integer data over here. How many? 1 2 3 4 fours are in the first row. Now second row turn. Second row, let's say 5 4 3 8 2. This is the second row data. And now I am going to use the third row data. Let's say 9 1 7 3. So this is the third row data. There are because 3 rows over there and 4 columns. Watch over, there are 3 rows and 4 columns are. I will write like this one, semicolon. So initially total value is 0. The value of total is 0. Now for clear screen, for row is equal to 0. Row is less than or equal to 2 semicolon row plus plus. This loop will be used for rows. Now I want to use the for column. For C is equal to there. How many columns are there? 4 columns. So I will start from the 0. Then this will be last value should be less than or equal to 3. Row is less than or equal to 3 row plus plus. Now total is equal to A double R of R and C. A double R of array name. A double R is a array name. Closing. I make this one is a nested loop. Over here, now I am going to display the total amount. See out total of all elements or total of all elements or a double r sorry total. So you can use the backslash n or escape sequence as well. I want to use the escape sequence backslash n as the get ch and termination of the main function. Check it. There is any one, two, there are five elements, not a five elements. So yes, run again. Watch here. Total of all elements, it shows me zero. Why it shows me zero? Total having the value total is equal to total plus so the sum of all elements is 17. Not is 17, it should be or comma c. Or comma c. There is some kind of logical error over here. Oh, this one is a c. This one should be c. C2. Check it again. Now total of the all values which we have assigned is 108. You can calculate this data. So answer of this program is 108. Now you will have to attempt the same program, but you will assign the data. The question is asking, so you can same process, rest the process is same, only change the data. How can you will write the data? First value which the book is written, second value which the book is written, question is written, third value, and up to so on. So I think today is enough. Inshallah, tomorrow we will start the next topic. Till take care of yourself. Pray for me. Pray for all Muslim. Allah Hafiz. Quit. Yes. Cancel. No.